Oh, footy's back, everyone. 2023. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. We've got our skills back on here. So, welcome back, everyone, to BigT Cooks. As you can tell, footy's back. I just said that. And what do you do at the football? We've got meat pies. So today we're doing the chunky meat pie. All right, pretty basic as well. Here we go. We've just got some chuck beef. Get that down your butcher. If you're really lucky, he'll cut it up into them little chunks there for you. I haven't had to do that, so thank you very much, Daniel Beaumont. I'm going to use a muffin tray today, guys, to put our pies in. So we're going to test them out, see how they go. Also, simple ingredients. Your liquids, nice Shiraz, beef stock, Worcestershire, onion, garlic, bit of plain flour just to coat that once it's been cooked off, and some bay leaves. So let's get into it. Let's hope these meat pies turn out alright, and we can sit down later on, watch a footy, eat a pie. Alright, so now we've just got some salt and pepper here, guys. We're just going to give that a quick little season. We've got our pan on here now, so let's just do it in like little batches so they can actually sizzle off. So let's get that on there. There we go, nice sizzle. So I'll just do that maybe in half, so we can get a fair bit of browning on that, and we'll be back when it's done. Alright, so what we've got now, so we've just got all our beef that's been browned off. That's got heaps of flavour and stuff on it now, so make sure you just get a bit of colour on that for the flavour. So what we're doing now, we're just going to throw in some just diced up onion and some garlic. So let's throw that in first. Let's just get a bit of a sizzle on that. Beautiful. So that should have all the pan juices from the chuck beef in there as well. So let's get on to browning these two. Next step's going to be, I'm just going to add the next one, which is some plain flour. So, and after that will be all our liquids, and I'll just go through that with you quickly once we put them in. But happy days, just get that a bit of colour on that, with that juice on the bottom. So now we've got all the flour. The flour's gone into the onion and garlic, so now it's all up to our liquid component. So what I've got here, guys, just a nice Shiraz here. I've taken a glass out, which I'm going to drink, so it's just beautiful. Just tip that in as much as you want. It says about 2.5, 3 glasses. I think that'll be enough for the family. What we're looking at just smells real good. Now there's some beef stock here, so you want just under 2 cups of that. Tip that in, beautiful. Splash of Worcestershire sauce. Just see that going in, maybe 2 tablespoons of that. That'll do. And then we just want some tomato paste as well. So just keep that on a medium heat. Bang. And we'll just give that a stir now, and we'll just chuck our beef straight back in with that. Beautiful, and that's going to marinate now for probably close to 2.5 hours. So what we'll do now, I'll actually just probably add that beef in now with all the juices. Lovely. So pretty much now everything is combined. I just added a couple of bay leaves as well, just for a bit of extra flavour. So we're going to throw the lid on. We're going to simmer this for probably 2.5 hours, just on a low heat. So just sit back and relax now, and yeah, we'll be back once it's all kind of reduced a bit, and we'll get to the next step. All right, so we're 1 hour in to our beef pie. So look how nicely that's come up. It's come up nice and rich now. So let's give that 1 more hour, and then that'll be ready to cool down to fill our pies. So we're back. So here we go. We've got our chuck beef on here. Well, look how much that is reduced down into an absolute cracking consistency. So what we're doing now, we're just going to leave this sit to cool for at least an hour, and the next process is BigT is going to blind bake some pastry. All right, so we're using 2 different types of pastry. Bottom layer is going to be short crust, which we're going to blind bake that to make it harder, and then to finish off, we're going to do a puff pastry. So let that cool down. That'll soak in a bit more juice, and then we can obviously, next step, we're going to blind bake the pastry for you. Away we go. All right, so now we've got our beef pie mixture just cooling now. So what we want to do now is blind bake some pastry. So two types. The bottom one is the main one, which we're going to do now, which is a short crust pastry. So what I've got there, just buy it from the supermarket. Just let that defrost. I've got some baking paper out of the cupboard, obviously, but now to blind bake, we need to put the pastry inside of that. Our baking little pie muffin trays there. Then we lower our baking paper with our rocks from the garden, or this one there. So I'm using 3 with rocks, and then I'm going to use 3 with rice. Just it acts as a bit of a weight, and then we just cook that for probably 15-20 minutes, just to let that short crust short crust pastry, let it cook. So once we put our pie filling in, it doesn't get all soggy. So next time I'm going to be trying to cut this in there, and we'll just show you how we go. But that's a little bit of a tip anyway. So now we're on the second last step here. So we've got our short crust pastry into the tins, baking paper, rocks and rice. So now we've just got 180 degrees, 25 minutes, blind bake these, and then we can put our pie filling in them, and then puff pastry on top, cook once more, and we are done. So now have a look at BigT's blind baked short crust. Look at them. That does look like a pie. So they're the rice ones with the weights. They're the ones with the rocks from the garden. They come out pretty good as well. So just gonna let them cool down for a little bit. We've got our mixture, pie mixture, we'll put in that, and then we've just got some puff pastry over the top with some egg wash. Chuck them in for 25 minutes and happy days. But they've come out pretty good, like good tasting. Imagine when you bite into that, magnificent. So we're going to be back. You got to try that. It's hard. Short crust pastry, very hard to work with. I'm telling you, I nearly cracked them. But give it a whirl. Get some rocks out of the garden. Get some rice. Blind bake them. Hopefully that keeps them. Hopefully it keeps the pie mixture in. Missus telling me to wind it up, but she's going to cut me off. Alright guys, we're pretty much on the vinegar stroke here with these pies, chunky beef pies. So blind baked, meat's been cooked. I'll just chuck some puff pastry on top of them, whacked a hole in the top to let some steam out. Got an egg there, just give that a quick, give it a quick wash over the top here. So all we're doing now, give that a 15-20 minute bake, and these pies are gonna be ready. Just make sure you get it all around the outside there, so when you crunch into it, they're gonna be done. These pies are gonna be out of control. You're gonna love them. Big T's done. He's taking a specky. So, well, while I've taken a specky, guess what I've cooked for you? Big T's pies. Have a look at these geniuses. Takes time. Give it a whirl. Without further ado, I think we should have a try. Put the footy down. Let's get some just get tomato sauce. Oh, there goes the football into the, it's gone into the, what's it called?
The sink.
The sink. All right, here we go. Bit of dead horse. Let's see if there's any, let's see if it's like beef chunky pies. Here we go. Nice crust. Oh. Worcester, chunky meat, pies, pepper. Oh, all right. Get on my channel, like and subscribe. That's a little steam coming out of that. It's fantastic. The kids are gonna love it. Footy's back, guys. We need to just, I don't know what I'm saying now. So I love yous all. Hope you like the channel, but cooking that stuff's fantastic. Right, the missus is like staring at me now, so we better go. Send us some, just send, what am I saying? Send what? Send some ideas through, suggestions on what to cook. Let's get on Instagram, let's get on whatever we want, but love yous all. Big T, hot pies, get on it.